You are listening to Hmong American Buzz.
After our breakup, I just felt really I just felt kind of ugly, like I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I felt like I just didn't have any confidence in my own self-image and my
Welcome to the Hmong American Buzz Episode 1. I'm your host, Sue, and with me is my co-host, Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Aaron?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good as well.
So we're finally here, huh? We're finally doing this. After a long time of wanting to do a podcast, we're finally doing it.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. I am super excited, stoked, and nervous at the same time. How about you, Aaron?
I'm fine.
Right. No, for many of you who doesn't know Aaron, he's the oddball, but he's like the best side friend you could ever have, Tessa.
We're actually doing this? Okay. Way to just... I was not expecting that to come from you.
See?
I
So
thought
now
we'd
you know.
keep building it.
So today our special guest is Ashley Som, and she will share to us about her passion about working out, extracurricular activities, and just motivation in general. So without further ado, let's go to the interview and let's check her out. Introducing Ashley Som. How you doing, Ash?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
We are doing awesome as well. So, give us a background of yourself, Ash.
Well, again, my name is Ashley Som. I'm 27 years old. Let's see, I actually am in nursing school right now. This is my second semester and it's going great. I've just finished clinicals and I absolutely love it. But other than being a nursing student, I love to go to the gym. I love working out. I love hiking. I'm a huge outdoors person. And I also have two dogs that I absolutely adore.
All right, glad to hear. So, what are your two dogs' name?
Gizmo and Gretel.
And what kind of breed are those two?
Gizmo is a Shih Tzu, and then Gretel is a Pomeranian Chihuahua.
All right, so you mentioned that you love to work out. So, what got you into working out?
Um, you know, let's see, I want to say about 2 years ago, I had gotten out of a pretty bad relationship. We dated for roughly 2 years too, and I just wanted something different. I was very heartbroken. I was very sad. I just wanted to kind of soak in my own misery at home. But I knew I couldn't do that, and I wanted to find an escape route. So I was introduced to working out, and ever since then, I've just kind of used it as my safe haven. It's become so much more than a safe haven now. It's just my place where I can really just feel good about myself, and just a place that I can go to anytime I want. And it really helps me to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be.
Hey, Ash is there, and Sue forgot to introduce me earlier.
Oh, yeah.
He said we. So anyway, sorry to hear about your relationship. I'm sure you're in a better place right now. So going back to working out, you say that. So why did you choose working out of say any other thing? Like what drove you to working out?
That's a great question, Aaron. Um, I think what ultimately really drove me was the way that I saw myself and the way that I viewed myself after my breakup. It wasn't like, it was completely his fault or anything at all. It was both of our faults. But after our breakup, I just felt really I just felt kind of ugly, like I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I felt like I just didn't have any confidence in my own self-image and my body and everything. So um, I knew one thing that I really wanted to work on was gaining weight. And because I felt like I was just way too tiny. 2 years ago, I was about like 100 pounds, and I was just really skinny, just not cutting it for myself. And so I decided, if burgers and um, all these fatty foods aren't going to make me gain weight because I have such a fast metabolism, then I need to find something else that's a much healthier alternative. And so I turned to working out, I turned to lifting weights and everything. And since then, I've gained about 15 pounds. So I'm about 115 now, and it's just so accomplishing.
Nice. I feel like when I first started playing football, I was 110 pounds,
Oh,
and
wow.
this is high school football.
Yeah.
And then the following year, I put about 20 pounds of muscle on.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I
Yeah.
know what you're going through. It's not easy because I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna start eating food, like burgers, pizza, all the unhealthy stuff to gain weight, and I realized that that's not really helping me. So working out actually, I actually managed to put a lot of weight on for doing that too.
Right. I definitely know what you mean because my dad had a heart attack too, like about 5, 6 months or 5, 6 years ago. And so I knew I wanted to gain weight, but I knew that going like towards the unhealthy food route and trying to eat and indulge in everything I possibly could result to like a heart conditions in the future too. So ultimately, I decided, I want to live a long, healthy life and also look good doing so. So that's initially why I decided on working out.
Yeah, I
That's
remember. Oh, sorry, Sue, but yeah, I remember somebody telling me that there's an unhealthy way of putting on weight, and then there's a healthy way of putting on weight.
Yes, yes, definitely there is.
Go ahead, Sue.
Yeah, that's awesome because me and Aaron we're part of the National Guard a couple years back, but we're done now. So we know a couple of stuff here and there about working out, right, Aaron?
Oh yeah, that's why I put the 20 pound of muscle on going through boot camp.
Well, you guys definitely know more than I do then.
Like, I mean, when I went to boot camp, I had no abs, no chest, and now when I finished boot camp, I'm like, oh, I got chest and abs. That was amazing.
So that's the secret. I should go to boot camp.
I actually recommend people doing the boot camp training because they make sure like you eat clean, let's say, like, and you work out pretty much every second you're awake.
Yeah.
But anyway, so going to the food you eat. So what kind of food are you eating right now?
Um, I have a lot of cheat days, but I also have a lot of days where I'm on a pretty good diet, I would like to say. I eat a lot of proteins, that's for sure, because my goal is to gain muscle mass. So I
So
eat a
are
lot
you
of
doing like the chicken
yes, yep.
diet?
I did do that for a long while, where I just ate chicken breast and chicken thigh and everything. Tried to kind of stay away from like the rice intake and everything. So I did do that for a while, but then I kind of got tired of it, and so I started going towards more of like the red meats.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's been working out well. As long I'm just focusing on my protein intake at the moment. So
About how many calories do you think you like? Do you do calorie counts or?
I actually don't. I mean, I started my journey about 2 years ago, so I was very fixated on like my workouts and my form and just making sure that or like monitoring my weights and my reps more so. Food and everything is so important, and making sure that what you're eating is equivalent to your physical activity too. That it's so important. But I actually don't monitor my food intake quite as much as I should, just because I'm so focused on gaining weight. So
Oh, I don't
yeah,
blame you. I used to
yeah,
monitor calories and it's just a big headache.
yeah,
It's like, okay, I ate a ball of rice. How many calories is that? Oh, I ate two
right,
balls of rice. It's like, that's too much work. It's just, You know when you're eating too much or something.
Yes, for sure. Your body just tells you.
So going back on the workouts, since you're focused on gaining weight, what are some of your favorite workouts to try to gain weight?
Well,
Well, can I add on to that really quick?
yeah, for sure.
So for the weight, are you a free weight person? Like, do you lift dumbbells and bench press? Are you a resistance? You use ropes and band, or are you like a medicine ball and push and sit up?
I am definitely more of a free weight kind of person. When I first started 2 years ago, I was actually a member of a Planet Fitness, which I absolutely loved. Like I loved their flexibility in hours and everything. But the only downfall was that they didn't have too many free weights. So then I converted over to LA Fitness, and that's where my love for free weights actually bloomed. Because they had so many free weight machines such as like the bench press, the squat racks, and everything. So it was very eye-opening, and I learned so much, particularly because the LA Fitness that I go to, the community is just so warm and welcoming, and everyone's so helpful. So I definitely, to answer your question, I definitely do a lot more free lifting. Um, when I first started, I worked out a lot on like my lower half of the body, so my legs, my quads, my calves. Um, and then after a while, I wanted to start looking a little bit more proportionate, so then I started working out my upper body. And to be quite honest with you, I actually love working out on my back and my shoulders way more than I do my legs now. It's just become such a wonderful routine that I have going on for my upper body that I just can't wait for shoulder days, or I can't wait for back days.
No, I feel you, man. A lot of people, at least what I noticed, they like to overlook the back. They do bicep, tricep, legs, leg press, bench press, but then a lot of people don't actually work on the back.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like when I first started, like I didn't have any back muscles. I mean, I'm sure I did, but like it was not like prominent at all. And it was never a muscle group that I had even thought about working on. But I slowly started doing it just for the heck of it, and then I kind of saw progress, and I was like, well, okay, come on, like. I have muscles like kind of everywhere throughout my whole body, but my back is definitely lacking. So that's kind of where my love for the back muscles grew. I get easily inspired by like so many of our Instagram models that we have in the community, and like YouTube videos, and it just kind of inspired my growth for learning more back workout routines.
Okay, speaking of inspired, is there anything or anyone who inspire you to work out? Like, say, for example, Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that?
Who was that you said?
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like somebody that you inspire, like you look up to, like,
Yeah.
I want to be like that person.
I
Could be
think
like look-wise or fitness-wise or healthy-wise.
sure. Before I started, I followed a YouTuber and um, Instagram person for a long time, and her name is Whitney Simmons. She is amazing. She um, does her own workout tutorials. She was the one that, like, it was so funny because when I first started working out, I would have her YouTube video, like, on one hand, and I would, like, look at the machine that I'm working with, and then I'll set my phone down and I'll look at how she's operating the machine, or her form or whatnot, and I will seriously imitate whatever she does. So she's definitely one of the stars that I definitely look up to because she's just so inspiring. She's so positive. She's beautiful, and you can tell she has a really good heart, and is willing to relay her knowledge to everyone else.
All right, shout out to Winnie Simmons.
Yeah, so besides workout at the gym, what do you participate in other extracurricular workout activities outside the gym?
Let's see. I again, like I said earlier, I love hiking. I've been to a few hiking trails, not as much as I would like to not as much as I have hoped to do, but I've been to one in particular that I can just never forget is the Havasu Falls in Arizona. And that's just a 10-mile hike down the mountains. And then once you get there, you reach like the Supai village. And then if you walk like a few miles down, you reach your campsite, and there's like pretty trails and streams of just like the bluest water that you'll ever find anywhere. And then if you walk a little bit down the path, there's waterfalls, and again, it's just such a beautiful sight. And I think that's one of the reasons why I started hiking too, is just because you hike and you work so hard to get to your destination, and then once you get there, you're reminded of why you worked so hard to get to where you are, because nature is just so breathtaking and captivating.
All right, to build off of that, do you prefer to work out indoor or outdoor then?
I love indoor workouts. I do love outdoor workouts too, but I feel like the weather is sometimes like either a hit or a miss, because when I get hot, I get very cranky, and so granted, like our Minnesota summers are very hot, and so when
Yes,
I'm outside and sweating, like I just you don't want to talk to me. I get very cranky, so
I know that feeling.
yeah.
'Cause when I run outside, I like to wear a long sleeve, Under Armour shirt
Oh,
and pants,
yeah.
just so I get used to the heat. And it can, I can get a little irritating too when it gets too hot.
Yes, I
There's
definitely know
also
what you
the
mean.
Minnesota winter too. Do you do anything outside during winter?
I love ice skating. When I was younger, I used to play hockey. Um, so ice skating has definitely been something that I just like. It's the one winter activity that like once I just step on the ice, I'm instantly happy. There's nothing compared to ice skating like during the winter. It just makes me so joyous and so happy.
So how did you discover ice skating then?
Through hockey. So
Or
my
like, yeah, like did you go to school for that or yeah.
Yeah, my mom, bless her heart, she was always looking for activities for us to do when we were younger, and her workplace had a low income program or a program for low income families that were interested in signing their kids up for hockey lessons. And so that's how it started. I started playing hockey, I think, when I was in middle school, and it progressed to high school. I never played for schools or anything. It was just through that program because we didn't really have that much money at the time. So I played for the program, and it was just amazing. It taught me a lot of skills, and it also taught me a lot of teamwork skills that I still hold on to this day.
Do you ever feel like going back to ice skating someday, or do you still do it today?
I do it leisurely, just for fun and everything. But in terms of like competitive ice skating or like hockey, like I don't do that much of that now.
Wow, so it sounds like you have a lot of time in your hand. But besides working out, do you have any other job?
I do. Since I'm in school right now, I'm not a full-time employee, so I am actually working two part-time jobs. Um, Actually, it was three, and I just dropped the third one, so now it's back down to two. But I work at Window World part-time. Very flexible. It's a local family who owns a window shop business, and they're just the friendliest people ever. So I do that for them. And then I also work at Twin Cities Spine Center as a clinic assistant.
Wow, so you have two part-time jobs and you work out. What time of the day do you usually work out?
It used to be after work, my work hours, so I used to work out like right after I got off work, around like 5 p.m. ish, when everybody else comes to work out. But now with my school schedule and everything being all over the place, it kind of just varies. Some days I'll have classes, at 9 a.m. in the morning, and so right after I'm done, it'll be 12 o'clock, and I'll be working out in the afternoons. It just varies now with my crazy schedule.
For many of us who are busy and don't have time, I know I'm one of the guilty ones. I always say I don't have time when I work out. What do you recommend us to do?
Well, one tip that I always tell people is to never miss a Monday. I swear, like for me, any time that I miss a Monday, it kind of projects my workout schedule for the whole rest of the week. Because if I miss a Monday, like I feel lazy, like it's gonna be a lazy, unproductive week for me. But if I tell myself I'm gonna go into the gym on a Monday, I'm gonna have a great week, a productive week, it just kind of projects a productive week for the rest of the week, and so then it definitely is a huge motivator for completing or for being able to go to the gym every single day consecutively throughout the week.
Oh wow. So do you have like a routine like 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and rest one day, or do you do all 7 days?
I usually do 5 to 6 days a week. So it used to be where I just did Monday through Fridays and then rest on the weekends. But I felt like, like I felt like I got a little lazy too with like the weekends, and then it's like it was something like where I would work out Monday through Fridays, and then it'd be like, yes, like I get a break and it's my weekend, and then when Monday comes, it's like, dang it, like back to, my regular routine. So I didn't want to feel that. And for a while it was kind of like I felt like working out was like a chore. So then I
Yes.
decided, like, like it's not gonna be a chore. Like I actually genuinely do enjoy this, but I feel like I'm making it into a chore. So then started to implement it into my weekend routines, and that really, really helped change it up for me because I like on the weekends now I do cardio days, which is really fun for me. I do swimming or I do things that I don't normally do, and that's definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah, I noticed having back-to-back days off, it does make you feel lazy.
Yeah,
But a lot of people they'll do like Monday and Tuesday they take Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday take Saturday off, something like that, and then they alternate weekends, so they don't have that
right,
back-to-back days off.
right, yep.
So, what advice do you have for others who are struggling just to get to work out at the gym?
Um, well, like I tell my friends all the time, so I have a lot of friends that come and do the 1 week trial at LA Fitness with me, and it doesn't usually turn out so well because the first day we're working out, and then like the next day they're sore, and then they don't want to come to the gym, and then the day after they're even more sore, and then they're like, oh, Ashley, maybe I'll come, in 4 more days, and then they end up not coming at all. So I always encourage my friends, like the first day that you start working out again, if you're not active, like you're gonna feel sore the next day and the day after, but don't let that stop you. Just keep going, like push through the soreness, and you won't see results instantly, but you will notice your body changing, and you will notice even like your mentality and just everything changing because you're pushing through the pain, and like I always tell people, pain is gain.
Yes. Yeah, that honestly that first month is really tough, especially if you haven't worked out in a long time because you're pretty much putting a lot of stress in muscles that hasn't been working in a long time.
Yes, yes.
And yeah. So do you take any supplements when you're working out, like pre-workout, post-workout, anything like that at all?
I used to do pre-workout, and then I also did do protein drinks after my workouts and everything too. But that stopped too, just because, or with my pre-workouts, I did it for about, I'd say 4 or 5 months, and I just like I felt like I was like my body frame is very small, and I tried to reduce the amount that I was mixing it in water with, but I still felt so jittery, and I just felt, which is it's what you're supposed to feel, but I just didn't like that feeling, and I felt like nauseous sometimes, or it would kind of vary, and so I just decided I'm not gonna take it. Like I'll just work out with what I have, and then I used to take protein drinks, but um, I did I did count my protein intake for a few months, and I realized that my food makes up my protein, and um, like as much as I want to gain weight, like I felt like I was getting a little too much protein with my protein drink supplement too. And anybody who knows me knows that I love meat, so I get a whole ton of protein intake from my food and everything. So I decided to lay off my protein drinks just because my diet was already filled with good proteins.
I don't blame you. Protein drinks, they're also really expensive.
Yes, they are. So I am just so happy to get that out of the way because it was definitely very costly. It was great, but it was just very costly. So
Yeah, and I noticed that you sometimes take my protein drinks from me too, so
I did.
it's
I think
fine
I
though.
finished it. Yeah, I think
Oh
I
yeah,
actually finished it all.
because the first time I ever did protein drinks, the I went to GNC and the guy recommended me to get three different kinds of protein drinks. And it's like one is
Um,
for pre-workout, one is for during workout, one's for post-workout, and then you have to take it at a certain time and then duration. Like, okay, you can't
right.
drink this 15 minutes after you drink the first one. You got to drink
Oh,
this an hour after you finish your workout. Like, this is way too much work.
yeah.
So you got to keep track. It's like I can't do this. You want me to drink three different types of proteins? It's like plus
Right.
it's so expensive.
It is. It is. And like and I'm not saying anything bad about it at all. Like a lot of people drink it and it's amazing.
You
Like
know,
it's a great source
it
of
it
it's
works too. It works
right,
too.
it works, and like if you don't have access to food right away, it's wonderful. But
Yes.
I definitely agree with you. It is very costly, which is one of the reasons why I kind of just stopped buying it.
So you said you like to work indoor more than outdoor, correct?
Yes, I do.
So when you go to the gym, do you prefer to work out alone or do you prefer to work out with a friend?
I get asked that a lot because I actually work out alone very often. I think I'd say 80% of my workouts are always by myself, and I love it because, like I had told you earlier, it was my safe haven for a long time. And so then I wanted to be by myself. And, I live with my family, so I was never alone at home. And I was always at work or in school, so always surrounded by my colleagues and coworkers. So being at the gym was, a time for me to just enjoy being by myself. And so I usually work out by myself.
Okay.
Um, but then I do work out with friends too, and I like the gym community that I'm at. Like everybody is so helpful, so we always spot each other, and we're always giving each other pointers and tips.
Yeah, I feel. I mean, I've noticed some people it's hard for them to work out alone. So if they have like a friend next to them, then that
Yeah,
motivates them to work out too.
right.
Because I see a lot of people at the gym when they're by themselves, they're just half working out because there's nobody there with them to
That,
motivate them. Or for us guys, we like to compete with each other. So
yeah,
when your friend is pumping a lot of weight, then you want to pump more weight than they do.
right.
So I'm actually surprised that you can actually work out alone. That's
Yeah,
really hard to do.
yeah, and I love working out with other people exactly just from what you said. Like that's exactly why I love working out with other people is that they give you that extra push, they give you that extra encouragement. Like when you're pushing your last rep, they're there telling you you can do it. So then you're like so motivated because you have that extra encouragement. But one thing that I did learn from just working out by myself is to encourage myself internally. So like when I'm pushing that last rep, I'm telling myself like, "Come on, Ash, you're not a weak sauce. You can do it." And that's something that I've grown to be really good at is just telling myself that I can do it and just pushing myself to, um, you know, get
Oh yeah,
that last
that
rep in.
that's also really tough because if you're by yourself and you're at 9 and you need one more to make 10, it's like you're just gonna give up.
Right,
But then when
yeah,
you have somebody there next to you, then they'll encourage you to push that last rep.
exactly, exactly.
Oh yeah, I gave you mad props for that because every now and then when I go by myself, it gets really hard, especially mentally. It's because you have no one to push you.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you're working out, do you listen to music or do you not listen to music?
I cannot work out without listening to music.
Or
Um, so I love listening to music, and a lot of people laugh at my selection for music when I'm working out, but I think it's actually very helpful for me.
as long as it keeps you going, that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
it really does. Yeah.
So, just curious, what kind of music you listen to when you work out?
Um, so I love Christian music. So I've been listening to a lot of Lauren Daigle. She's one of my favorite uprising stars. I love listening to Hillsong. Like just that extra encouragement from God too kind of helps me, like
Yep.
keep pushing through. And then I also like if I'm not listening to Christian songs, I'm listening to like bubbly love songs.
All right. You ready to have some fun?
Yes, go for
Okay, so being a young, pretty-looking girl who likes to work out alone in gym, how often do guys walk up to you as you're
it.
working out?
Oh, you're funny. Um, it when I first joined LA Fitness, there was a lot of that. Like random guys would come up to me and be like, "Hey, well, we noticed you're new here. What's your name? What are your goals and everything?" And like anytime that I'm like, on a bench press by myself, like
To
guys
spot
are
you?
right, they're just so willing. They're just like, "Hey, can I help you?" I'm like, oh yeah, like, I don't even have to ask for it. They just kind of come and help me, which is really nice. But I have developed a lot of good friendships through that. Just being able to draw the line and everything, and just um, building lifelong friendships that we're all driven for the same goal or similar goals, and we're all very physically driven, I would say, yes.
Have you ever experienced any annoying person who keeps bugging you? And how do
Uh,
you how do you drown that out or deal with that?
Um, I do. A lot of times, well, I don't want to name any names or anything, but
Let's just call
um,
him Small Joe, Average Joe.
well, let's see. I'm not gonna point anyone out, but it is kind of frustrating sometimes, like when you're there to work out, or like when I'm on a time crunch and I cannot, stay for longer than an hour. Like then I just like I want to get things done and I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to, do my workouts. But there will be people who come by and who'll try to talk to me, and like I like to consider myself a very friendly, open person. So I like can't stop my mouth from talking too. So then I, carry the
Yeah.
conversation with them, and then by the time I know it, I only have 30 minutes to work out, and so that's something that I'm trying to work on because a lot of people come and talk to me, and I love talking to them. I really, really do. I love talking to people, but it just takes away from the time that I have.
Oh no, I feel it because being a guy, that doesn't happen to me. But then I have noticed sometimes that one guy who's trying to show off in the gym would just walk up to you, hey, bench off contest, let's go. It's like, I'm just here to work out. Or you're doing curls with, say, 20 pounds, and then some guy walks to you and grabs 50 pounds next to you and just try to show off in front of you. And I'm like, or trying to challenge you, I'm like, I'm just here to work out, right? And then people just come bother you just for the heck of it.
Right.
And it gets
Yep,
it gets really annoying.
it does. Yeah.
Wow. So, anyways, we're done with the awkward questions now. Just kidding. Anyways,
Just having fun.
yeah, anyways, we're gonna go to our famous lightning round.
Oh, that
All right.
sounds fun.
So, since you are our very, very first special guest in this podcast, the
Yay.
lightning round consists of 3 questions and short answers. Therefore, that's why it's called a lightning round. Are you ready for this?
Okay, so is this timed or?
No.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so question number one. Where will you go for a vacation spot and why?
Hawaii.
And why?
Uh, because I love the beach and I love the water and I really I just want to be next to the beach, the ocean.
Alright, fair enough.
Right on.
Alright, what is your favorite book that you read so far?
Oh gosh. The last book that I read was actually very good, and that was recommended by one of my very good friends, Dark Matter. I actually don't remember the author, but it's just this like kind of like sci-fi, like kind of dark book, and it keeps you guessing to the very end, and those are the books that I absolutely love.
Alright. Remember Dark Matter, everyone, if anyone's interested in that book.
Yes, and I'm sorry I don't have the author's name, but I can definitely get
Yep.
that for you later.
Yep. Alright, third question. What is one thing that you cannot live without?
Well, I think anybody who knows me actually knows this answer. But I can't live without chapstick. There's just no way that I can live without it. I feel like my lips are just extra dry all the time. So if I don't have, a moisturized lips, then I can't function. I can't sleep. I can't eat without chapstick.
I know that feeling way to where I'm in the same boat. I
Yeah.
can I can go a whole day without, I'd be fine, but then if I don't put it on that day, the next day, my lips will start bleeding like crazy.
Oh, jeez.
And
Yeah.
so I usually carry like 5 of them with me at all times. I make sure if I go out, I have 2 on me at all times, and I got 3 at home just in case.
That's that's just like me. I have one in the car, I have one in my purse, I have another one like in my gym bag everywhere.
It's so annoying. And then
Yeah.
sometimes I put too much on there. Like, do you use the CarMax cream?
I used to, and now I'm like a huge Burt's Bees fan.
I use the one that you squeeze out of the tube,
Oh,
and
sure.
sometimes I have to put a lot on there just to keep it not too dry. And then people look at me like, "Do you got lipsticks on?"
I
I'm
know.
like, "Come on!"
Right.
What are
But
you using, Aaron?
no, because if you use too much of it, then it has that shining
That
gloss.
extra gloss, yeah, it
Yeah, and
looks
if
like
people
lip
think you're
gloss.
wearing lip gloss, I'm like,
Yes.
"No, come on!" But I need it. Well, because my lips gets really dry too, which is really
Right.
annoying.
Okay, so to conclude this podcast, where can people reach you?
You can definitely reach out to me on my Instagram or my Facebook. Again, my name is Ashley Som. And I'm a nursing student and I love working out for fun. I'm not a pro or I'm not like, a trainer or anything, but I enjoy it. So if you have any questions at all for me, if you just want to come and work out with me or if you want tips on nursing school, definitely reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help in any area that I can.
Well, and that concludes our segment for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Ashley.
Pleasure's all mine.
Wow, so your sister loves to work out, huh?
Yeah, I totally forgot to tell everyone that Ashley Som is my sister. Wow.
So where's this drive then? How come you don't like to work out as much as she does? She goes
Well,
5 days a week.
I have a good excuse, mainly because I'm married now. You know how it is for us married folks. We're always busy working, to try to support for the family. When we get home, I have to watch my
Poor
baby
family.
boy
You don't
dog,
even have any kids,
Lex.
all right?
Hey, yeah, I
Come
do have
on,
a kid. Don't you
you
remember?
can't use that excuse until you have a kid.
I have my baby puppy, Morky.
Hey, and the last time I checked, she had 2 dogs. So you had zero excuse to not work out.
That's true. Okay, she has 2 dogs, but guess what? Guess who takes care of them? I do.
Alright. But no, that was actually fun though. That was a
Yeah,
fun first interviewer.
yeah, definitely. Really
Uh,
talkative, really positive, and very energetic. There you go, folks. Ashley Som. We'll link up her contact info on our website, so please go check it out. And any last words, Aaron?
See ya.
Yep. Until next time, Hmong American Buzz Nation.
If you like this podcast, then please share this with your friends and family. Also, please visit our website, hmongamericanbuzz.com, for more details as well as links to our special guests. Last but not least, please subscribe to our podcast to get the latest episodes. Thanks for listening.